2023 was a massive year for data and AI at IBM. I know everyone's ready to get started with those 2024 projects and initiatives, but before we dive too far into that, let's spend just a few minutes doing a recap of some of the great things that happened in 2023. This listing is not going to be in a particular order, but if I were ranking them, the top of the list would obviously be the announcement and launch of the IBM watsonx platform. IBM watsonx is a new AI and data platform that is enabling enterprises to scale and accelerate the impact of the most advanced AI with trusted data. This was announced in May at the annual Think conference, and it continued to roll throughout the rest of the year, and it really doesn't show any signs of stopping. Honestly, I think it's just getting started. In 2023, companies across the globe talked about generative AI and tried to figure out the best ways that they could leverage it to help their businesses. IBM watsonx is extremely important for these businesses because it's built with enterprise needs in mind, such as being able to trust what you're putting in and getting out, having the ability to scale across your organization, being able to run wherever and however, and being able to use whatever model you want or need without lock-in. The watsonx platform has three components: watsonx.ai, watsonx.data, and watsonx.governance. watsonx.ai was the first to become available, and that happened in the summer of 2023. This is essentially a studio where your AI builders can train, test, tune, and deploy both your exciting new generative AI capabilities and also traditional machine learning ones through a single interface, and it's both open and intuitive. So your company wants to do some exciting stuff in the world of artificial intelligence by integrating it somehow into applications you've already built, or maybe something new that you're working on. watsonx.ai would be the studio that's going to support that effort. It's the place where you'd go to work with the foundation models, train and tune those models, test them out, and whatever else. To me, the keys here are having everything within a single place and not having to hop across, 12 different platforms. And there's also the fact that all of the models are here within that single place. So what do I mean by that exactly? Well, whenever you're in watsonx.ai, you're not just limited to IBM's models. You can choose whatever model you want. Now that does include those IBM models, but you can also bring a model to the platform yourself or choose from all kinds of other models that are available. And you can also tune those open source models to whatever your outcomes are. So when you think of watsonx, what you need to remember is the openness, freedom. Use whatever the heck model you want to get the job done. Speaking of models, IBM had plenty of collaboration efforts this year for watsonx. Continuing to build on IBM's collaboration with Meta on open innovation for AI, watsonx began hosting Meta's fantastic Llama 2 chat models in the watsonx.ai studio. There's a 70 billion parameter one, as well as a 13 billion parameter one. Next up, the extremely popular open source AI platform Hugging Face announced in August that IBM is participating in the $235 million Series D funding round of Hugging Face. IBM contributed over 200 open models and datasets on Hugging Face, including a release of the Geospatial Foundation model in partnership with NASA. Some might describe that as out of this world. That was awful, I shouldn't have said that. It's the largest geospatial foundation model on Hugging Face. It's also the first open source AI foundation model built in collaboration with NASA. The next major release of IBM Cognos Analytics is here. I did a short video before highlighting some of the new things in Cognos 12, but I did want to make sure to talk about this release here for a moment because I think it's absolutely phenomenal. What we're seeing with this release is what I believe is the future direction for the Cognos Analytics product. The assistant is now at the front and center of the homepage, as well as integrated throughout the product. And it just makes it so easy for all levels of users to use natural language to uncover insights, build dashboards, and lots more. A few other things we have with this release is a focus on analytics at the speed you need with improved caching options, an improved experience with the assistant along with new ways to share directly from it or even embed it within any web page or application, and the new ability to use nested dashboards. These are just a couple of things that come to mind, but this update was jam-packed. This isn't your daddy's Cognos anymore, and I really hope more people will take the time to see how fantastic this product is. Alright, this is going to be my last one. In October, IBM launched watsonx Code Assistant, which is a new generative AI-powered assistant that will help IT operators and enterprise developers code faster and with higher accuracy using natural language prompts. I'm really excited for what all will happen in the future for this product, but the two main use cases today are around Red Hat Ansible Lightspeed, which can help IT automation with tasks like network configuration and code deployment, and also mainframe application modernization with Code Assistant for Z, which does translation from COBOL to Java. COBOL to Java. You might say, oh, how boring, COBOL isn't sexy, blah, blah, blah. But let's take a second to think about how important that conversion capability actually is. So, COBOL is not dead, it's actually still very much in banks, healthcare providers, federal government agencies, and really everything in between. It's actually estimated that 43% of banking systems still use it, and 95% of ATM swipes are utilizing COBOL code. Now, the people who wrote that COBOL code before you were born hopefully aren't dead, but they're already retired, or maybe they have one foot out the door. And here you are, someone who didn't learn COBOL in college, but you're working on a team who supports tons of COBOL code for this, extremely critical system, and you'd love to understand it and modernize it. Well, here comes watsonx Code Assistant for Z, your new best friend. Obviously, I did not cover every single data and AI announcement, release, upgrade, etc. from 2023, but I did hit some of the highlights that I felt were important to share. If you've made it to this point in the video, please feel free to leave a comment saying what your favorite was from this video, or maybe something that you thought I left out. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it, hit that subscribe button, and follow along for more data-driven and slightly nerdy content. You can also find me by searching Data Nerd Josh on Instagram and TikTok, going to datanerdjosh.com, or following me on LinkedIn. I hope you all have a great 2024. I can't wait to see what you're working on, and thanks for watching.